and play for Wales today. Rather than take the day off, though, he must be a little tired after that exciting trip to Rome last Wednesday with Liverpool. Scotland making 5 changes from the side that beat Sweden in their last outing. Are a slightly remarkable lineup with 4 midfield players. In fact, there, Rioch, Masson, Gemmell, and Hartford. And of course, Kenny Dalglish is a midfield player who likes to go forward. Leighton James there, the man who really came back from obscurity, dropped in fact for the Czech game, brought back at the last moment and established himself as a world star with 2 fine goals here on this ground. The new captain of Scotland, Bruce Rioch, the son of a regimental sergeant major in the Scots Guards, born in Aldershot, but of Scottish parentage, and here he is proudly for the first time in his life, captain of Scotland. Nick Deasy, the man from Eindhoven, whose goal here against the Czechs won him a new contract with PSV Eindhoven, and in fact promoted him from midfield and a defensive role to a new role as a striker. The 2 captains, Terry Yorath on the left, Bruce Rioch, the referee today, Malcolm Moffat of County Armagh. Referee Malcolm Moffat gets us away. The dark blue jerseys of Scotland attacking the goal on our right. The all-red outfit and the yellow trimming of Wales. Scotland coming here as the home international champions after 3 super results last season. And that's a very loose ball in then. Kenny Dalglish very nearly in. And a big roar for the Wrexham fans as Joey Jones gets his first touch of the ball. Just Mahoney and Archie Gemmell fought for it. Now it's Yorath for Wales. Referee in the way, didn't read it very well. Flynn for Joey Jones. Getting pressure now from Rioch. Got to pass that one back. Has to do. Ian Evans, a man whose goal, unfortunately, gave Scotland a win at Hampden in the World Cup. Unfortunately, that is for Wales. Just stuck out a boot to a Kenny Dalglish pass, and it went in the back of the net. Willie Donachie and Big Tom Forsyth. He had a very, very good home international tournament last year. Yorath brought down. Masson thought he'd won the ball clean. Phillips to take it for Mahoney. Wide on the right side, Rod Thomas. Oh, and he gave that away so easily to Dalglish. Jones. It's Mahoney. John Mahoney be in the second division next season with Stoke. Pushing the back on Peter Sayer. Hartford for Donachie. That was Leighton Phillips beaten in the air by Dalglish. Number 11 there, Asa Hartford, who recently really established himself on the Welsh side. It's Tom Forsyth playing in the back four alongside Gordon McQueen, in the place, of course, that Martin Buchan would normally play. Alan Ruff, who came second in the Scottish Football Writers Player of the Year competition. Bowled out then to Phillips. Early in's a bad one to Rioch now. Danny McGrain making the overlap. This is what he did at Hampden. Look for this ball in. And that was Asa Hartford on the end of it. Danny McGrain's rush down the right side, an eager, inventive player, the cross in, and Hartford got there. DC didn't make it. Hartford back for Masson. It's Dalglish, robbed by Yorath. Ian Evans. Wales have yet to put an attack together. This is Sayer. Forsyth, and he beats him easily. Looks in the middle is DC. And DC's in with a shot. And he tried to chip it. He tried to lob it. There's the first chance of the game. A clear-cut opening made by a superb little bit of football by Peter Sayer. Took on Forsyth, beat him. In behind Donachie, the cross in. DC, an open goal. Tried to chip Ruff instead of driving it and knocked it over the bar. Nick DC, that was the goal he scored against Czechoslovakia in. That's Evans, a good jump. Sayer knocks that one back. Evans forward again. Here's DC. Brings it down well. And is solidly robbed then by Forsyth. Gave the ball away though. James comes in. Rioch was there. It was a hurried one. Flynn, Phillips, now Joey Jones. Phillips. DC with McQueen. Probably the best all-round centre-half in the Football League, Gordon McQueen. Rioch lost that in the air. Now it's Masson. Joey Jones. Straight to Rioch. He looks for Donachie, and that's a terribly wild one from the usually immaculate Bruce Rioch. Well, England's captain, Scotland's captain rather, English-born Scotland captain. Sayer, Mahoney. Beats Gemmell. Looks in for James, got one from behind. It's Sayer. And there's the foul. Gemmell penalised. Free kick situation. Little Leo Sayer wanting to put on a show here this afternoon to enhance his chances of perhaps moving into the first division from Cardiff during this summer. The little fella, Brian Flynn, places it. Yorath takes it, looking for Evans. Too high. Masson breaking out. It had to be good by Phillips. He made it. Mahoney. Very, very congested in the middle of the park, and Mahoney did well. Picks up his skipper, Terry Yorath. Calling for it, far side is DC. That's what he aimed for, but he was a little bit too wide with it. Danny McGrain, Scotland's Footballer of the Year. Stopped by James, unfairly, free kick to Scotland. Leighton James, an up-and-down season with Derby County. Tommy Forsyth. Masson going very deep, trying to set Rioch away. Phillips goes with him. Once his partner at Aston Villa. Rioch did well, looks for the left foot cross in. James blocked one. Dalglish gets it there. Hartford. Hartford again. And free kick just outside the box. So that might have been handball. Joey Jones and Phillips talking it over, but looks rather as though Leighton James wants some treatment, so Cyril Lee is coming over. Cyril Lee. Ian Evans now. Phillips. Wales patiently starting to try and build and draw Scotland forward. Sayer. Sayer has certainly looked very, very sharp here in the first 7 or 8 minutes of the game. A shirt-sleeve crowd in really hot, belting summer sunshine. Wales make patient progress down the touchline. Rod Thomas with the throw. Goes for Sayer. As Donachie at his back. Hartford is in hard too. It's back to Thomas. And James very nearly got to far post as that ball came across. James trying to sneak in blindside of Alan Ruff, the goalkeeper, that long cross from Thomas. Alan Ruff, who really made his mark in the Scottish side in last year's home international tournament, when Scotland had the advantage of playing all 3 games at home. Good nick on from Pauline to Dalglish. And Wales scurry back now, they got the bodies there. Donachie breaking on the left side for that pass by Masson. Early in, that's an easy one for Davis. Scotland basically playing really with only one front runner, that's Pauline. Dalglish playing a little withdrawn behind him, and 4 strung across the middle of the park. Queen got himself in trouble. James was felled from behind then as he tried to get away. Gordon McQueen, a tremendous man in the air, sometimes gets those long legs in a bit of a tangle in the ground situations. Free kick to Wales. 8 is Flynn, 9 is Yorath. And Yorath takes it. That was McQueen. He gobbles those up. Mahoney loses. Disu trying to win it back. Hartford got there, but it's a Wales ball. Quickly taken by Thomas. Yorath. That'll come down. DC trying to get it back to Flynn, and Rioch is on the break. It's behind Dalglish. She'll have to stop and check, and Danny McGrain goes charging down the right side. Good run by the fullback. Good tackle by Brian Flynn. Flynn knocks it down to DC, shielding it away from McQueen. Parlane picks up James, a very good pass, and Parlane's down injured as James attacks Rioch. Good ball, Mahoney. Donachie tries to button down on Mahoney as Thomas makes the break outside on the right. Yorath Innsfield for it. Looking in for DC, and McQueen's head is highest. It's Joey Jones as Wales driving forward still. Joey Jones picked out the wrong man then. Dalglish, ball out, Wales ball. Jones leaves this for Brian Flynn. Peter Sayer. McGrain at his back. He's trying to take him on. And that'll break for Flynn. ran straight into McGrain. The ball bounced back off Flynn, so it's a Scotland ball. Tremendous number of Scottish fans here this afternoon, driven overnight from the far-flung corners of Scotland, now making their sound heard. It's Dalglish, robbed, Forsyth, Masson, Willie Donaghy, and Gemmell starts to break forward. And Donaghy picks him up. That was a good break, and the ball in and stopped by Evans. Mahoney for Wales. Well won by McQueen, but only to Yorath. James, as McGrain gets in there fast and hard and beats the Welshman. Looking for McGrain's cross in. Yorath is there, and Flynn now facing his own goal. Being forced backwards, Phillips saves the corner. Sayer losing to Forsyth. Yorath bags it wide, and Donaghy's the only man over that side, and he's Scottish. In for Gemmell. Robbed by Sayer, and very easily too. DC breaking on the right. McQueen caught in two minds then. Finally made the right decision. This is Donaghy. McQueen. Lifted on to Dalglish. Masson. Rioch calling for it to his right. Goes instead for Hartford. Now Rioch has it. And Flynn in very, very fast. Forsyth taking it on. Sherry Jones. Phillips rolling that down to Jones. Sayer gliding it on. It's an easy one for Masson now. And from deep, Scotland try to build again. It's Dalglish. Rioch, Hartford's moving through. Gemmell, Donaghy wide. Gemmell. Little Archie. Archie Gemmell rolls that in for Dalglish. Yet another former Scottish captain in the side. Dalglish now. And he's still worrying through. No way that he could get a penalty out of that. The pressure was on Malcolm Moffat, the referee from County Armagh in Ireland then. And he turned his back on that appeal for a penalty by Dalglish. But Masson will take the corner. Gordon McQueen up on the goal line. Oh, and a very, very badly taken corner kick by Don Masson then. Masson having had a hard season with Queen's Park Rangers. The lower areas of the First Division practically all the way.
Move back, please.
Queen down. Free kick. That's Mahoney. Robbed by Gemmell. Thomas will tidy that up. It's Yorath now. Mahoney. Flynn. Very sharp tackle from Rioch, and he rode it well. That ball will come to James. They're lining up on the far post, looking for the cross. It comes off McGrain, goes for the corner. Frank James waiting patiently to take the corner while Wales bring the tall men up into the box. Ian Evans is there. McQueen will be marking him. It's Evans on the right, McQueen hands on hips just behind him. Little Peter Sayer right on the goal line. James complaining that Archie Gemmell is not 10 yards back. It's hit very, very long, aiming for Mahoney, who brings it in there again, and Sayer trying to bring it down. Forsyth gets it out. McQueen scurrying back now. A lovely bit of play by Tommy Forsyth. Through ball, picks up Rioch. might have done, but Thomas read it well. Forsyth again. Masson. Gemmell. McGrain. Picks up Masson. Good tackle again by Brian Flynn. He really does bite. Mahoney. Oh, gave it away to Masson. Dalglish starts his run, cut out by Phillips. Harlane plays it on again for Dalglish. Hartford arriving in the box. And Phillips the clearance. James knocking that one back. In fact, knocked it off Gemmell's head, so it's a Welsh ball. McQueen penalised for pinning down DC, but it was a nice bit of work by Nick DC then, in actual fact. James taking on McGrain. Has he the legs to outstrip him? Gemmell comes in. Good cross. Look for DC. McQueen is up. Goalkeeper knew nothing about that one. But Gordon McQueen again asserting his authority, height and the air. Danny McGrain. Forsyth. 1-2 back with McGrain for Masson. Flynn ready to bite. Hartford will lose this now to Phillips. That was Dalglish chasing it on Phillips. Now it's second. Gave it away to Rioch. Donachie. Hartford. Hartford skidding away from Thomas. The helping hand came from Mahoney. Wales' very first international match, in fact, was against Scotland way back in 1876. And they lost 4-0. It wasn't until 1905 here on this ground that Wales beat Scotland for the first time. Good work by Dalglish. Too close to goalkeeper Dai Davis, though. And again, McQueen didn't get there. Sayer tries to go in. Donachie knocks that back, and Ruff's going to miss it. Oh, that was so close to an own goal. And there was absolutely no liaison at all between Willie Donachie and his goalkeeper, Alan Ruff, then. As McQueen was beaten in the air, and Peter Sayer went through. Donachie tried to pick up Ruff with a pass back, but the goalkeeper hadn't let him know where it was. And that ball just trickles past the post. So Wales only get a corner where they might just as easily have got a goal then. James with the corner. Easy down. Joey Jones up in attack there. Yorath picks up Mahoney. DC on wide on the right. For Yorath, the ball in for Phillips. Scotland have got everybody back. They're worried. Joey Jones tries it long and high. Might have done better if he'd knocked that one down instead of ambitiously trying for his first goal in international football on what used to be his home ground here at Wrexham. Gemmell. Rioch. Combination of Jones and James stop Rioch, and James comes forward and gives a very bad ball. The number of passes Wales have given Don Masson seem looking a little colourblind from time to time. Re-identification, of course. Scotland wearing the dark blue jerseys and white shorts. Wales all red. Flynn. Look for Thomas. That was a good ball. Enables it to move forward on the right side through Yorath. Tried to do it too quickly. Donachie for Masson. Now Hartford. Masson in again for Hartford. Good ball. Gemmell. Hartford going. And Phillips got there. Good bit of defensive cover by Phillips. That was a well-flighted ball in. And Hartford looked as though he might have had something until Phillips' head got there. So a corner right side. Di Davis directs the troops in his penalty area where his Welsh defenders are expected to go. Phillips in the net behind Di Davis. Masson, Gemmell, Danny McGrain. A dramatic fall. Now what has the referee given? Well, he has given a free kick, an indirect free kick, inside the box. Well, certainly if there was an offence there at all, I would have said that was a punishable offence by a penalty. Though the drama of McGrain's dive made it look as though he was conning for something. I can only assume that the Irish referee interpreted the tackle as being dangerous play. Great, looking as though he might have put his shoulder out as he fell. That's Tommy Forsyth, who came into the Scottish side with a great deal of power in the last home international tournament. So, a free kick for Scotland. 2-3 yards inside the penalty area. Masson, number 7, over the ball. Chibnall and McQueen applauding that nicely taken free kick by Masson. Masson swinging it wide to the left, and McQueen getting there, a bullet header, but wide of the goal. DC helping that in towards Sayer, knocks it on. DC goes in for it again. Will he keep it in play? No, he won't. Something over 20 minutes of this first half left. No score here at Wrexham. Danny McGrain. For Hartford. Hustled then by James. McGrain has it again. For Masson. Donachie's breaking way on the far side, but he's still playing it down the right side. Parlane robbed by Jones. Free kick call against Parlane. Joey Jones. James McGrain right at his back, looking for help. Gets it from Jones. Phillips. Sayer. Forsyth behind him. That ball will come for Thomas. Knocks it forward, and McQueen, of course, commanding with that sort of ball. Good jump by Evans. Yorath there. Gemmell helps it forward. Evans is there for Wales. Unlucky, he was aiming for number 10, DC. Masson now for Scotland. Hartford, robbed by Mahoney. Stretch for Jones, Joey Jones. Flynn starts to run. Aims for him. He's going in behind Rioch. Rioch did very, very well. It's a bad pass back again, though. Sayer very nearly beating Alan Ruff to the ball. Donachie sticking it forward for Dalglish. Robbed by Evans. Now it's Yorath. Yorath. Leighton James. Jones breaking down the left touchline. Might be a dummy. James ran straight into Rioch. Ball given away, and James gets it back again from Flynn. And he was too slow and too lazy as he went to attack Masson. Not sharp enough. McGrain in for Rioch. McGrain again. Back to Forsyth. Very tight little passing circle here that the Scots are exploiting. Now Gamble goes wide. Hartford. Back to Donachie and way back to Gamble again. Good jump by Evans. Dummy by Gamble. Masson. This looks useful. Evans facing his own goal, plays it that way. Peter Sayre. Sucked the tackle from Tommy Forsyth. Marking situation, Forsyth on number 7, Peter Sayre here, who's having a pretty useful game at the moment. There's his marker, Tom Forsyth behind him. Phillips, James. Clinton James not making too much progress down this left touchline. He has one of the finest players in Scotland, Danny McGrain, to go against. Phillips for Jones. Rod Thomas calling for it. He gets it. That's much too long. Queen didn't need to play it, and there's another example of a lack of communication with this goalkeeper, Alan Ruff, who does not shout, who does not command his box. Just let his players know where he is. Hartford, Sayre. Grain loses it. Jones forward for Sayre. Dalglish coming back to go at Sayre. Ball off to Flynn. Not a good ball, it was too ambitious. Gamble picks it up. Hartford in the middle of the park. A lot of options open there. Phillips will cover this as Parlane tried to get in behind him. Joey Jones now. That looks suspiciously like offside, but nothing from this linesman. So Sayre goes on running with his marker, Forsyth, with him. Then he got DC up there at the moment. Now Yorath is there to drive one. Oh! And Ruff didn't know where his posts were. Well, that was a good try by Terry Yorath. And he scored one goal in his life. That was against the poor side, Luxembourg. They beat them 5-0 down at Swansea. It was Peter Sayre moving through, and that ball stuck across for Yorath. The drive, well taken, but I don't think the goalkeeper knew where his posts were. McGrain, impeded by Flynn, stopped by Jones. Rioch. On his hands and knees behind there is Peter Sayre. He's up now. It looks as though he might have taken a blow in the stomach just now. Rioch. Dalglish. McGrain. Masson. Gamble. Bad ball. Yorath. James trying his luck on the other side of the field. Sayre goes over there. Right side. Taken away by Masson. Back for Donachie. Dalglish coming off his marker. Now Masson, McGrain making the break on the right. Gamble. That's Mahoney's ball. Oh, and that was a bad pass back, and it comes to Rioch's left foot. Look at it go. Hartford now, the shot is on for him. Good cross. No, it was behind. Very narrow angle, and it was pushed behind by Phillips. The way he shaped up, I thought Hartford had the angle for the cross in, and Phillips it was who got in the way. So it goes corner, far side. Don Masson. Phillips with Di Davis in the goal mouth. Hands on hips in front is Kenny Dalglish. Queen's on the line as well, as Masson prepares to knock this one in. Bad one, and Thomas knocks it away. Don Masson not really having too much luck with his corner kicks so far. Knocked across by Dalglish, and Hartford tries to get there. Yorath got it away. DC is back to help out. But Scotland are camping in the Welsh half at the moment. Yorath gets it away. Rioch passing it back, in fact only as far as Sayre. That'll come down to Yorath. And he gives it away. Dalglish knocks it forward. It's a race now between Davis and Parlane. Oh, fine headed clearance then by Di Davis. That was a beautiful bit of football by Di Davis. Masson for McGrain. Flynn trying to button down on McGrain. McGrain again, a return pass having come from Rioch. Acceleration, nicely by McGrain. Crosses a good ball as this fullback. Parlane up, Hartford tries to get there. Ian Evans gets it away. Flynn now. Wales need to play it out quietly. Forsyth's tackle on DC gets the ball to McGrain. Now Rioch. Scotland suddenly accelerating into a useful patch here. Free kick has been given. And the free kick has been given against Scotland. I must admit, I thought it was given in their favour. It comes off McQueen, and Sayer is through, and he's being practically strangled just outside the box. Surely that was a bookable offence by Tommy Forsyth. Quite deliberate foul, because Sayer was clean through then. He wriggled away from the octopus hands of Tommy Forsyth. He'd have been in with a shooting chance. Let's see what Alan Rough can do here in this situation. Let's see if Wales in fact put any pressure upon him. Not too sure how many he's called for in the wall, but he has 4 in the wall, and Hartford wide on the right as we look at it. Yorath is over the balls, and James is there. Flynn starts to run, and James curls it. It'll come down to Flynn. He was trying to bend it over the wall, and it didn't work. Yorath, far post is Evans rather. Ian Evans going in far post. He'd have felt happy if he'd popped that one in. Donachie now. Evans, having got back to his defensive position, completes the clearance with a header. Chigemo for Willie Donachie. A good long ball. Jones gets it down. Masson fighting to get in there and tries one. A little nicked snapshot then by Don Masson. Might have caught Di Davis out. Ball was always beating the far post though. Come down from Mahoney for Sayer. DC undecided then. Well, that's the highest yet from McQueen. Forsyth the clearance. Thomas down. Sayer tries to get there. Forsyth did. Evans the header. Mahoney robbed by Hartford. Now it's Donachie. Fullback deciding to run with it this time. Forsyth. Rioch screws away. That drove it off Phillips. That's a corner right side. That's the first time that Rioch has escaped in this right side of the field. Made the chance for his left foot. It looks as though he has done himself a mischief. Probably the sharp turn to try and drag the ball onto the left foot. Looks as though he may have wrenched his right knee. Fair few Welsh flags at that end of the field. Welsh fans not in fact making too much noise here this afternoon as yet. Tommy Forsyth been caught out, I suppose, twice in this game, and both times Wales might have punished those errors. So now we have the corner. Archie Gemmill taking it. Masson's been demoted. That's a better looking corner, and McQueen is up there. Gordon McQueen gets a lot of goals for Leeds in these set-piece situations, and there Archie Gemmill floating the ball onto the big man's head. He was towering above everybody. Queen again. DC. Flynn. Crossfield ball for Sayer. He's looking for the shot, and he wasn't so far away with it. And Ruff got his fingertips to it. That's the ambition and ambitious young man that Peter Sayer is. Leo Sayer. Ball nicked across perfectly to him. Might have laid it off, but he wanted to score himself. He turns, makes the angle, drives one, and Ruff just got his fingertips to it. So James goes to take the corner. Wales have 6 Evans in the box, 2 Thomas, 7 Sayer, 10 DC. Oh, and that came off Gemmill. It was a bad corner. Came off Gemmill. It was just deflected onto Ian Evans' boot. Really wanted at that moment. It was a badly taken corner. And that ball for DC. Into Flynn. Skates away from McGrain. Back for Yorath. James to attack it. Came off Forsyth. Gemmill is there. Mahoney scurrying after this with Tommy Forsyth. Scotland getting themselves in a bit of a tangle from time to time in defence, and that looks as though Tommy Forsyth has injured himself now. And that looks a bit bad. Looks like in the inside of the groin, which could be a badly torn muscle. He's getting treatment off the field, so the game can continue immediately. Thomas with the throw. Scotland down to 10 men. James. Corner off Donachie. Forsyth is in fact limping back onto the field. Here's the corner from James. It's a better looking corner, and DC is there, and it was off the line by McGrain. And Nick DC shakes his head in anger. That was a much better corner from Leighton James. Nick DC wasn't marked, he came off his marker, rose well, placed his head up perfectly, and Danny McGrain knocks it off the line. So James goes across to take a corner on the other side. The chance coming up from Welsh fans now. James lobs it in there again. And McQueen. Again, Scotland not showing any confidence in their goalkeeper at all. That was a goalkeeper's ball. McQueen didn't need to play it. It's Rioch now for Scotland. Grain to Rioch. Jones. Mahoney. Thomas offering him a pass on the right. Sayer going with Forsyth at his back, brought down from behind, and Sayer faces up to him angrily. Didn't like that one. Thomas takes the free kick, picks up James way over on the far side. Comes in to attack Forsyth and Donachie, looks for the cross. DC! Again, McQueen was in the way of his goalkeeper. That might have been unsettling. If McQueen had jostled Ruff then, the ball would have dropped to DC. Here's Masson. Donachie. Donachie goes away from James. Enterprising run by the Manchester City fullback. Ball stopped by Phillips. Yorath and Phillips again. It's a goalkeeper's ball now. Gemmell. 2 or 3 minutes to go to half-time. No score here at Wrexham. But the better chances and the near misses have all gone down and been marked down to Wales. DC, Danny McGrain. Nice ball off to Gemmell. McGrain, and Joey Jones is there. It's Gemmell. Dummy run then by McGrain. Ball comes to Hartford. Sayer knocks it forward. It's an easy one for McQueen to gobble up. Donachie in for McQueen. Very nearly came unstuck there, the big man. Joey Jones to play it to his goalkeeper. No. Very much as though Lane is hurt and Masson is having a little Barney with Leighton James. Free kick is given in Wales' favour. All this time, Derek Parlane is down injured in the background. Phillips also having a word with Masson. Time for Hughie Allen to come onto the park again and hand out a little bit more healing treatment. Parlane seems to be okay. Jones takes the free kick back to Davis. But a couple of minutes to go to half-time. No score at Wrexham. Thomas gets that one long. Donachie after it. Sayer is going there too. He's got the acceleration. And he's the man that's brought down quite unceremoniously by Willie Donachie. Sayer made a tremendous impact in his first international here against Czechoslovakia for Wales. And he's doing it again this afternoon. Look at Ian Evans go up with Queen, a corner. Well, the last corner we had from that side of the field. Leighton James took it. Popped it onto the head of Nick Deasy. It's Ian Evans reflectively there, going to the left. Nick Deasy, number 10, wondering, in fact, whether he might get another chance now. Evans, number 6, on the line, with McQueen right behind him. Rough in the middle of his goals. Deasy's gone far post, and they brought Kenny Dalglish back to mark him this time. And we haven't got time for the corner, so Leighton James hung on too long, so we never got the chance to see whether something might come of that corner kick, as it did in the previous one. A first half of action and incident in which Wales had, I think, probably the better chances. The one that came to Nick Deasy from the corner from Leighton James, and McGrain in the background, number 2 just going off, the man who was the hero for Scotland then by knocking the ball off the line. And that makes it no goals here at half-time at Wrexham. Wales 0, Scotland 0. Right, stand by your beds, lads. We're going to have another go at this thing. This time we're going to get some goals, I tell you. Everything's going beautifully so far, except we ain't got no bloody goals. Now, let's see. They all look to be there. They all look to be there. So referee Malcolm Moffat gets us away. No score at half-time. The all-red outfit of Wales, and they'll be attacking the goal to our right. Scotland, the traditional blue jerseys and white shorts. And Rioch knocks that one to Gemmell. Big high ball. Evans is under it. The wind caught that one. Mahoney swings it away. It's Danny McGrain. Oh, he took his eye off the ball for a moment. A fairly stiff breeze now beginning to swing around this racecourse ground at Wrexham. Not a day for race horses by any manner of means. It's a very, very hot Saturday afternoon here up in North Wales. And that goalkeeper has been having a pretty rough time. That's Phillips' header. McQueen. The wind catching the ball. The ball. Sayer. Only the return ball for Sayer. Now it's running up. Unlucky. It looked then as though Sayer has got the pace to beat this Scottish defence. Archery Gemmell. Tommy Forsyth. Hartford. For Gemmell. Donachie supporting. Bad ball to him though, sold him into trouble. Ian Evans. Mahoney. Sayer onto his right. Goes again for Evans. Ball in for Yorath. Patient build. James calling for it. McGrain spotted it. And James, that was absolutely positive and total obstruction by McGrain. Didn't bother about the ball at all, just took the man. Short then for James. Joey Jones, the return ball. McGrain trying to narrow the angle. Ball got it in for Flynn. And robbed by Forsyth. And Forsyth keeps going, tackled well by Jones. Phillips rolling that one back to Joey Jones. James attacking Rioch. A ridiculous chip ball. Flynn did jolly well to win it. Yorath. Mahoney. That was not a good one from Josh Mahoney. Stretched wide for Rioch. Hartford. A great deal of sorting out, I'm sure, was done in the dressing room by the Scottish manager, Ali McLeod, at half-time. With a new side, his first time in charge. Well taken out by Brian Flynn, and DC breaking away. McQueen comes hammering in. Gordon McQueen did the only thing possible then. Just play it hard, straight into the crowd. DC trying to get away from McQueen. McGrain supporting McQueen. Gave the ball away to Jones. Yorath. No width right side. Mahoney's going out there now. Let it run too far. It's on for Sayer. Billy Donachie gets the ball out. Rod Thomas out of the Derby side for the last 2 months of the season. Good long throw. Queen got there. Yorath down. Hooked out by Hartford. Jones still fighting for it. Did jolly well. James for Flynn. Dalglish goes with Flynn. Plays on to Hartford, and Jones is hurt as he went in then. Asa Hartford's going to get a very, very firm word about that one. Joey Jones in some trouble on the touchline, but he's back on his feet. Free kick to Wales. Phillips for the free kick. The win to assist it for length. Swinging across, DC fought for that hard. Sayer knocks it back to Flynn. Now Yorath. Chip in, trying to get over Donachie. It didn't work. Gemmell down for Donachie. Turn back for Gemmell early on. Parlane. Gemmell. Donachie picking up Masson. This is much better contained football from Scotland. McGrain now. Hartford giving a run down the right side, but the ball not reaching him. Bowled out there to Thomas. Mahoney. Gemmell in very fast. Ball in the sun for McQueen. He did well to get his head to it. Yorath. DC. Mahoney. Oh, that sold Yorath into trouble. One by Masson, one back by Evans. That was a good tackle. Yorath to Joey Jones. Queen read it well. Now it's Hartford. Dalglish didn't pick up Parlane. Rod Thomas. Mahoney. Now he's got a little bit of space to work in here. Time to set himself. And he finds Gemmell. Good header out to Dalglish. And again, Scotland have 6 men in the middle of the park. Nobody forward. Phillips. Little Flynn trying to get there. McQueen will. Donachie helps it on. Yorath wins it back. And once again, McQueen is there. Now it's Yorath. Heading for DC, but much too long for him. Bowled out to Masson to start Scotland going again. Donachie. Masson. Donachie, a good run down the left. Tiredness in the feet when he got there. Thomas. Evans. Phillips. Thomas. Space in front of him if he wants to run. So Dalglish comes to close it up a bit. Yorath. Wales have dropped the tempo. Phillips. Evans. Jones wide, calling for it. Little Brian Flynn scampering. Takes Hartford with him. Hartford gives the throw in. Evans. Acceleration against Rioch. Corner. James goes across to take it. Evans comes here into the just outside the 6 yards area. Number 10 down there is DC. He'll be trying for hoping for a far post ball. Number 7, Peter Sayer on the near post, trying to escape Forsyth. Here's the corner. Goalkeeper's missed it, and DC. Well, he kicked it the way he was facing, did Nick DC. And there again, Alan Rough looking very, very rough indeed. The ball from the corner swinging across, he didn't get to it. It comes to DC, and he missed the target by a mile. Hartford, hustled by Yorath. Flynn coming in. Firmly and wins it. To Jones. Safety first. Thomas. Phillips. Donachie beating Sayer to the ball. This is Rioch and Phillips, two former men. Two former Villa men. Phillips still there, of course. Gemmell. A one back by Phillips, and McQueen just bangs it hard and high. Thomas under this. Dalglish was guessing a pass back. Referee Moffat, a little confusing at times with his signals. He points at the incident, which tends to give you the impression that he's giving the free kick in that direction, and then he swings around and points his finger the other way. Well, an anxious Scottish bench. Substitutes there. Stewart, Jardine, Burns, Johnson and Blackley, wondering if any of them will be able to get on. Ali McLeod in the shadows somewhere. Forsyth for Gemmell. Donachie. Phillips, very cool. Little Flynn helps it on to James. McGrain buttons down on James immediately. James gives it away to Rioch. To Parlane. McGrain. Hartford. Good ball for Derek Parlane. Skates away from that tackle. That looks useful. It just didn't fall to the foot of Dalglish, because those he would have gobbled up. It's Mahoney now for Wales. James. Away from Rioch. He's still got to beat Jardine. He's away from him. DC's beginning to come in from the far post as James looks for the angle for the shot. First shot from James this afternoon. Didn't get the stinging power into it that he wanted. McGrain and Masson between them, beginning to build Scotland. Hartford. Danny McGrain. Forsyth joining him outside on the right. It's Forsyth. Good-looking cross. Parlane. Derek Parlane getting on the end of that one. And Parlane, who made his debut here for Scotland against Wales, May '73, in a 2-0 win. Good run by McGrain. Cross in then from Forsyth. Parlane, the header, wide of the target. DC. And back by Gemmell. Foul by DC on Gemmell. Willie Donachie now. McQueen. Gemmell. McQueen. Goes to Forsyth. Big rangy boy robbed very well by Sayer. James. Sayer moving away on the left side. He's got the legs of Masson. Beats him. Looks for the shot now. And was robbed by McGrain. Peter Sayer wanting just a fraction too long to set himself for the shot on target. But certainly having an exciting international here this afternoon. Hartford. Gray calls and gets. Play by the fullback. Well stopped by Phillips. What a tremendous player Leighton Phillips has become as a defender. Rioch. Donachie. Mahoney gets the tackle in, wins the ball, keeps it in play. DC is on now. Trying to get behind McQueen. Big man played well. Donachie on. Phillips is there again. Good roll pass to DC. Help from Flynn. Looks for James, his former mate at Burnley. Long friendship between those two players. Yorath on to James to get past McGrain, and is brought down again by McGrain. McGrain doesn't mess about in situations like that. But it's a free kick to Wales. Gareth in the middle. Flynn 8 takes the free kick, knocks it on to Peter Sayer. Grain on the ball, hurriedly gets it out to Hartford. Rioch now breaking. Kenny Dalglish has a quick look around to see where Archie Gemmill is. Archie's just going to go past him, and Thomas takes the ball away. Sayer attacks it. McGrain. Masson. Flynn. Phillips again forcing Dalglish backwards. Sayer for help. Looked too long. Forsyth got the tackle there. Foul by Yorath on Rioch.
Easy, guys.
So free kick to Scotland. Bruce Rioch, number 6, captain of Scotland for the first time, moves forward as Masson and Gemmill sort out what they're going to do with this free kick. Masson takes it. The chip in for McQueen to attack. Okay. DC trying to get it back. That was handball by Archie Gemmill. Moments indecision going through Archie's mind there. In the shadows, the Welsh bench, there's John Toshak down there talking to Cyril Lee, the trainer of the Welsh side. Mike Smith in between them. This is Joey Jones. James, if he can get there now, we look for the cross in as he attacks McGrain. Not a good one. Flynn fighting to get it back, and Jones has the chance. A hit Forsyth. McGrain heads it clear. Dalglish the only man forward for Scotland. So McGrain joins him in the run. McGrain still going, but just a yard too far. Still Scotland in possession. Rioch for Donachie. Skates away from Thomas. The cross into goalkeeper's ball. Davis didn't know his own strength then. Tommy Forsyth knocks that one forward. Foul. Phillips was pushed off the ball. Meantime, Bruce Rioch is down injured in the middle of the park, in fact in the centre circle. Hughie Allen comes out again to see what's the trouble with the Scottish skipper. Gordon McQueen down there to see, and Rioch's right knee may have gone. He got a bang on that in the first half, or rather he turned badly, and looked as though he might have wrenched a muscle in that right knee in the first half. We're certainly a little bit worried about it now. It's real hard luck if Scotland's skipper has to limp out of the game. Sandy Jardine, number 17, that's stripping off. No, Jardine's gone back onto the bench. And it's Willie Johnston, I think, who's coming out. Willie Johnston, which is a forward player. Willie Johnston of West Bromwich Albion. So at last, Scotland have the semblance of an attacking formation with an orthodox winger, a striking central man, orthodox winner in Willie Johnson here. An orthodox striker in Parlane, and an attacking player in Kenny Dalglish. But Wales are on the attack at the moment. Stopped by McQueen. Gemmell. Willie Johnson then gets his first touch of the game. Willie Johnson in the international shadows for so long. Masson, that looked good. And there goes Dalglish. Evans back. Parlane was almost there. What an electrifying burst that was. Guy Davis has his first save of the game to make. Thomas in trouble here with Masson. And Scotland suddenly pick up the tempo. Dalglish. Willie Johnston crosses a good ball. Guy Davis grabbed that one. So Scotland now, with skipper Rioch off the park, are down to the midfield three and a front line of three. And Sayer, though, takes over for Wales. McQueen is in. And with the help of McGrain, stops Sayer's run. There's Archie Gemmell. Hartford. Masson. Gemmell again. Hartford is down the right touchline. Helps it on to Parlane. In the middle is Dalglish. Oh, and that was such a bad ball from Derek Parlane. So many options open to him then. You could have knocked it through the middle for Dalglish. You could have hit it far post for Willie Johnson. I'm not quite sure whether he was trying a shot or what he was trying, but nothing happened. They've taken Leighton James off for Wales and brought on Mike Thomas. So Leighton James, who's not really figured in this game too strongly. And Mike Thomas is on. There he is, flexing his muscles. Got a big cheer from the local Wrexham fans. And Leighton James once again pulled off by manager Mike Smith. I wonder indeed whether that will bring another outburst from him. Local Wrexham fans now beginning to chant much louder for Wales. DC was in. Queen beat him. Mahoney getting away from Gemmell. Gets it on to DC. Mahoney goes again. Still there, and the ball ran very badly for him as he fell. McQueen robbed. It was Masson who won it back, but gave it away to Flynn. Jones on the left. Mike Thomas gets his first touch, coming on as the substitute for Wales. Fast, direct little player, this. Mahoney. Flynn. Yorath. Phillips. Hit in early to Sayer. He was onside too, and he didn't know it because Forsyth hadn't come out. And if Sayer had turned then, he had a great scoring chance. That was Thomas hurrying McGrain into his work. Flynn trying to lob rough. Rough chasing after the ball. Mike Thomas, a Wrexham boy who had an electrifying game against West Germany at Cardiff earlier this season. And rival fans at both ends of the field now, making themselves heard. Way to our right, and the Welsh fans. Way over to our left. It's Scots were high. Mahoney. Push in the back on Gemmell. Archie Gemmell, yet another Scottish captain in this Scottish side. Willie Donachie. He played here in the 2-0 win in May '73, the last time Scotland played here at Wrexham. Thomas won that one. Mahoney. Yorath. Helped on to Flynn. Over to Thomas. See how he gets on against McGrain. Running across the field, Yorath. Back for Evans. Thomas. Little roll back to Evans. Tight to the line for Mahoney. Aims to get it back. And it was Parlane who made the tackle. Curious situation that having brought on an orthodox left winger, Parlane is now going and playing a defensive game, wearing number 9 on his back, just leaving Kenny Dalglish up the park. There's Evans. DC trying to get there, McQueen should. Thomas knocks it down, and Dalglish, the only forward man, rolls it off to Gemmell. It's Hartford. Willie Johnson, former teammate at West Bromwich Albion. Johnson in for Hartford. The flick back to Dalglish. Yorath knocks it out nicely then for Flynn. Could be a break here. Scotland have been sucked forward then. Thomas wide on the left side. McGrain, number 2, shadowing him. And he's past him. And he's been fouled. And I would suspect that Danny McGrain might be getting very close to a yellow card. That is the 3rd time that he's been caught out and used part of his body or his hands to stop the Welsh player. Referee Moffat did have a word with him that time. Yorath over the ball. There's the free kick chipped in, and Ruff has got it, and he's dropped it again. It's a worrying sight for Ali McLeod and the Scottish team. Willie Johnson. Gemmell. Oh, and that's a bad ball, and referee says play on. So Gemmell apparently did not foul DC, and Forsyth's given it away. Sayer. He's on his own, and he shoots over the bar. There was the chance. There was a cast-iron chance for little Peter Sayer to score his first goal for Wales. Forsyth, diabolical mistake, allows Sayer to come in. He saw Ruff had come off his line and was nowhere. Don't know whether he tried to chip him or drive it past him, but he chose the wrong decision. Phillips. Ball was always swirling away from him. Dalglish. Good dummy. Johnston. Taking on Thomas and running him. It's a good-looking cross, far post. Hartford got it in, and Dalglish was there. And again, it was the covering of Leighton Phillips that prevented Dalglish getting a real crack of his head at that ball. Good cross in from Johnston. Ball knocked back by Hartford. Dalglish looked to have a chance until Phillips buttoned down on him. Grain. Hartford in trouble with Flynn, but McGrain takes over again. The through ball for Parlane to chase. Evans saves the corner. Davis saves the corner from Evans' pass back. Parlane not letting Evans release the ball. The free kick given. Joey Jones. DC couldn't get there against Forsyth. Hartford and Thomas. Ball skids off Yorath for a Scottish throw, and they're going to make another substitution. It's Kenny Burns they're going to pull on this time. Kenny Burns, and it's Derek Parlane who's being pulled away. Kenny Burns coming on for his 8th international appearance. Derek Parlane goes off. Kenny Burns with his debut for Scotland against West Germany just before the World Cup ties. Archie Gemmell. Hustled by Yorath and rubbed by Yorath. Yorath. And Mike Thomas. Mike Thomas almost made it. fighting bit of football then by John Mahoney against the challenge of Gemmell. And Thomas very nearly escaping Danny McGrain. All Wales get out of it is a corner. There's Kenny Burns wearing 14 on his back. And now Scotland have got so many defenders, it just isn't true. Dalglish, the only man up the field. Flynn's corner. Evans got up hard and a shot is on for Yorath, and he hit Hartford with it. Mahoney through. Sayer helps it on. Queen stretches, comes to Thomas. Still fighting. Joey Jones hit the mark. And here's a chase. Ruff is under pressure and Sayer was knocked down from behind. And referee Moffat, in fact, has given the free kick in Scotland's favour. Well, there was a chance. There was a moment of panic, and if Joey Jones had scored his first international for goal, first international goal for Wales in the week that he picked up a European Cup medal, it would have brought the house down here. Superb shot, dips over the goalkeeper, hits the crossbar, and then it looked very much as though Sayer was brought down from behind, but in fact the foul is given in the goalkeeper's favour. Ollie Johnson, one of two substitutes that Scotland have already used. So it's a free kick to Scotland, which Alan Ruff will take when he finds the right spot to take it from. One to his liking. Kenny Burns got there, McQueen's, the direction of Johnston. Donachie, bad ball out, and quickly taken throw by Thomas for DC as McQueen comes hammering across. Less than quarter of an hour left. No score here at Wrexham. On chances, Wales ought to be in front. As a corner off McQueen. And Thomas goes to take it. Mickey Thomas. Thomas has gone near post, Sayer far post. Joey Jones is trying to get in there, and that was Thomas trying to get it up. Mickey Thomas. Cross in. Dalglish it was who got it away. Archie Gemmell being pressurised by Thomas. One back by Mahoney. Skates away from three tackles. Little short chip. Aim for DC, and McQueen was there. Hartford forward, but Scotland have got nobody up there. Phillips. Brian Flynn. Joey Jones now playing in a sort of striking midfield role. Ball for Sayer. Thomas calling for it. McGrain ready to pounce on Thomas. McGrain there again. Thomas gets it in for Flynn. Sayer trying to get that back. Oh no, it goes for Yorath instead. No width to the right. It has to go left again. That was a poor pass, in fact, by Terry Yorath. Well, this is a remarkable situation, which Archie Gemmell, I suppose, is shaking his head about at this moment. And Scotland playing a very, very withdrawn defensive game. Good jump by Ian Evans. Sayer. Ball goes away, and it'll be a throw in to Wales if it goes out. It doesn't. Joey Jones now. Jump by Forsyth. Yorath to Jones. Flynn. Yorath. Mahoney. Plays it off Forsyth, and there's a break on for Scotland if they come out quickly. Burns. Dalglish trying to get there, Phillips did, as he has done so many times this afternoon. Outstanding defensive game. Yorath caught in possession then by Masson. It was almost a disaster. Joey Jones, his socks right down around his ankles. Probably still exhausted from Wednesday night's trip to Rome. Queen, timing his jump perfectly. Archie Gemmill facing his own goal, plays it to Donachie. Sayer chasing Donachie. Chased back well. Donachie taking lots of time about this. Dalglish, Evans at his back. Masson joining in. Flynn fighting for it, Hartford has it. Looks good. Good little burst of explosive power from Asa Hartford. Had a fine, fine season for Manchester City, and there a beautiful piece of acceleration. Drives in, triggers the left foot over the wall. And now Terry Yorath is down injured. And Wales are warming up Alan Curtis. Scotland have lost their skipper in Bruce Rioch. I wonder if Wales are going to lose Terry Yorath. So Curtis, who thought he was going to get a game, goes back onto the substitutes bench as Yorath trots back into action. Donachie in for Gemmill. Donachie still looking for the pass back to Ruff. Forsyth, and Thomas was in, and Thomas, I think, could be hurt. Yorath. Mahoney. Thomas. Mahoney. Little gap, looking for the shot. Hit Forsyth. Hartford drags it down. McGrain knocks it forward. Ken Burns is there. Help from Dalglish. He'll lose the ball to Flynn. It's got to be a foul, but referee allowing advantage to Wales. Jones forward to DC. Flynn. Skates away from Hartford. Here comes McGrain. Does that tackle very, very well. Hartford, McGrain, Masson. Two men forward, Dalglish and Burns, and now Johnson was advanced down this left touchline. Has to come back. Gemmill is infield. Forsyth was the call. Hartford, Forsyth again. A long through ball. Thomas was there. Queen and DC. Queen won it again. Came off his head badly. Yorath now. Looks for DC. That'll go back to Donachie and on to Johnston. Johnston for Gemmill. Johnson goes again. Oh! For a moment that he tripped over his own feet then, but it's Thomas who's getting the blame for it, and Thomas isn't questioning the decision. Archie Gemmill, number 8, number 15, Willie Johnston. Dalglish around about the 6 yards area. McQueen's in the box, so's Burns. Both of them good headers of the ball. Comes to Burns. Ken Burns. Second substitute that Scotland have used. Chance falling to his left foot, struck it fiercely but wide. Forsyth holding down DC. No, it's the other way around. Forsyth gets the free kick, in fact. Now it's Gemmell. Donachie. Gemmell looking to lay it off to Donachie. Oh, Donachie not looking at the ball. Mike Thomas. It's Forsyth. Well, Scotland will be off on a tour to Chile, Brazil and Argentina after these home internationals. And looking as though they've got a lot of work to do on their national side. Wales have exposed a lot of flaws in it this afternoon, and if Wales could only have finished off a couple of their moves more accurately, they would be in front right now. Thomas's throw. Thomas in with a head now. Oh, Gemmell waited. Goalkeeper didn't come. McQueen has to kick it out for the corner. Thomas with this ball. Evans coming in to attack this ball, got up well. McQueen was higher though. Thomas down. Gemmell sliced his clearance. Thomas robs Johnston. Yorath hoiking it in there again. Now Masson for Scotland. Dwelt on it. Mahoney robbed him. DC. Very little change out of McQueen this afternoon as DC. Flynn laying that off to his skipper, Yorath. Gone out for Jones. Sayer got the touchdown, and McQueen just got a boot to it. Johnston for Gemmell. 2 or 3 minutes to go. One goal would do it now. Well, who is going to score it? Phillips has hardly put a foot wrong throughout the whole of the game. Flynn, industrious in midfield. Sayer certainly worried Scotland. Might have tucked away a couple of chances. Flynn, Yorath. Thomas, what a good ball that is. Thomas doesn't mess about now, and nobody is coming in far post. So Scotland break out again. There are a few tired legs out there at the moment. A hot, exhausting afternoon. Masson, Hartford. DC guessed right, he was going back towards the goalkeeper, but the pass back was too accurate for him to hope to intercept it. Dalglish gets it on. Thomas just knocks it away. And both sides looking at the moment as though they're going to settle for a draw. Dalglish trying to turn against Phillips and come back for Gemmell. Gemmell gets it forward. Evans away, only as far as Gemmell again. Masson. Danny McGrain. Yorath will intercept that. Well, Mahoney and Yorath together. And now Thomas. Yorath. Mike Thomas. Wrexham fans encouraging Mike Thomas to pull something electric out of the game now. Yorath. Thomas. Mahoney. Phillips taking plenty of time. Dalglish back. Donachie. Gemmell. DC's goal side of him. Can't pass it back. Thomas and Johnston. Willie Johnston taking on Thomas. Fouled. Second time Thomas has had to foul Willie Johnson when he's gone past him. On my watch, the full 45-minute period has been completed. So we're going into some stoppage time now. Willie Johnston. Kenny Dalglish looks good. Nobody coming in far post. McGrain is tanking over there now. Evans facing McGrain. Knocked out of Burns and the goal from Hartford. No! Oh, it had to be. There was the winning of the game. It would have been against the run of the play, I think, in many respects, but there was the winning of the game. Ball knocked in from McGrain. Burns punches it down perfectly for Asa Hartford, the whole goal to aim at, and he knocks it wide of the far post. This is Burns. Flynn gets it back. There can be very little of this game left now. And a draw seems the result that's facing both teams. We're going into the second minute of stoppage time. Forsyth. Davis has a quick look around. Referee Moffat has another look at his watch. Willie Donachie looks for his goalkeeper. Might just be time for this ball to be kicked upfield. Referee Moffat has admitted to both his Irish linesmen that time is just about up. Ken Burns. Shadowed by Yorath, and there it is. There's the final whistle. So the 21st draw between these two countries in the 91st game they have played. And number 11 there going out, Asa Hartford, who could have had the winning of it. Joey Jones, who came so close to winning it for Wales with that shot that struck the crossbar. That would have made his week after a cup medal in Rome on Wednesday. If he'd won it today with his first international goal, that would have been something. But this was a game of ifs and buts. It turns out the ifs didn't make the goals. We look back now to a Scottish side that's got to reorganise itself, a Welsh side that's done pretty well this afternoon, but still hasn't won.